So, let me, all right. So everybody in the group knows Capture One pretty much inside and out. Uh, Let me just back up a little bit. Pat gave me a really nice intro and read the bio well. What led me to image rights was the fact that I was at a convention conference for architectural photographers back in I think it was back in June, if I'm not correct, Joe.
Yeah,
Um,
June.
Out in Columbus, Indiana, hosted by a really well-known architectural photographer, Mike Kelly. Um, and Joe has happened to be um, presenting at this conference almost this exact same um, presentation you're going to hear today. Um, and prior to that meeting, this presentation that I witnessed, um, I had been curious about uh, being able to copyright my photos for the sake of protecting my work, and also protecting the work that I do for my clients. Um, while some of them are very simple, basic, just documenting interiors and exteriors of convenience stores, banks, so on and so forth. Nothing with a lot of glitz and glamour, but at the end of the day, they're still images that I create, so I want to protect them, and I also want to protect my clients' work as well. Um, so I was always looking for uh, a way to do that. And going into the U.S. Copyright Office's website, it's kind of a tedious process to get in there, work your way around through the site, upload images, and go through that whole process. And to do that every time can be, it's time consuming, and two, it can be, a bit of a pain. So when I saw the presentation with Joe, and I'm glad I chose that presentation. It really opened my eyes, and I was really pretty much sold from the word go. So with that, I was uh, I was kind of hooked, and we reached out, and we started having some early conversations. I logged in, got my account set up, which is another easy process to do. And then immediately started backlogging all of my files from. And I just started with last year's work, so all of 2023 I just lumped into one asset folder and uploaded it to image rights. And within a couple of months, then after the process is completed, you have your letter from the U.S. Copyright Office on their website. So it's always at hand, always easily accessible and ready to go. And we'll see that in a second. But that's just a little bit of the backstory of how I got from where I was to, sitting here in front of you guys today. So I'm going to take you through the process real quick, and it is really, really that quick to go from Capture One through the plugin and get it up to the image rights website for them to take over and kind of finish the process on their side. So you'll see Capture One, you'll see me work through the image rights website on my end, and then we'll turn it over to Joe again, and we'll watch him go through and do what he has to do. So I chose this project. This was shot in the middle of the summer. Just a bunch of exterior photos of a project that a local architectural firm asked me to capture for them. So what I've gone and done is pre-selected all the images that I want to send to image rights and to the U.S. Copyright Office. Some of the work is work that they selected. Some of it is additional photos that I'm going to use for my portfolio work as well. From there, we will then go to, let me get into, all right, so we're in Capture One. and we are going to go up to images or image on your main toolbar, and you're going to go down to publish. Now, once you're in here, you have two options to either upload selected images to image rights or prepare the U.S. Copyright Office registration with image rights. So we're going to take the second one and prepare. Now you're going to get a pop-up window that's going to give you a bunch of options. The image set will be uploaded directly from Capture One. I've in this option have selected to skip any duplicate file names, and it'll perform a conservative optical duplication search. This is from an older job that I had done previously a couple days ago. So we're just going to highlight that, and we're going to pop in the new name. And then it's going to ask you for information on format and sizing of the images, which just pretty much gives you JPEG. We're going to leave it 100% quality. It'll give you color grade options for Adobe RGB and sRGB. So we're going to stick with sRGB. And resolution, we don't need it crazy big because it's just going to go to their website and to the Copyright Office for documentation. So we're going to leave it at 300, and we're just going to leave the pixels as they are. We're going to respect the crop. So it allows you for adjustments if you want them to respect crops, ignore crops. So if you just want the whole image, you'll get the whole image. If you're just wanting, everything that was captured, then you can do that as well. You can also adjust for sharpening. And then you can select whatever metadata you want included. At this point, we're just going to select all. And I'm just going to deselect any annotations because there really wasn't any. So it'll capture the GPS coordinates, my copyright information, and we'll get rid of the ratings and color tags, and all other metadata related to the shoot itself. You can also, if you want to, include a watermark. So it can either be a text or an uploaded image file if you have that as being what you've predetermined. I'm going to leave this at none, and then we're just going to hit publish. At that point, then it goes through the process. It's preparing all the images to go up. And depending on your internet speed, it can take a long time, or it can take just a few minutes. So at this point, it's telling me I have 2 minutes to upload all 25 images. I probably should have just picked a couple, but for the sake of the process, I want you to see, see the whole thing. So we're going to pop over and see if it's going to start populating into image rights. So we're here in image rights on my dashboard page. So you can see this is my account, my setup. You have a bunch of options up here on the top. This is your main dashboard. If you have any case files or anything like that, you have the account numbers for. You can populate in there, and you can do a quick access. If you want to test a website to see, whether you have images there, you're suspicious of something. And then from there, you can go into your images. So currently it's showing that I have 14 images in there right now. If I refresh, it'll probably show that I probably have a few more, 17. Yeah. So it'll take a few more minutes, another minute or so. And then you can go through and see any case sightings that you might have. Currently, I don't have any. I don't have any actions or claims. And then this is a really nice section too, where you can see your submitted registrations. Currently, I have 2 in the works. And then here's as I said before, your copyright registration certificate is right here, easily accessible, all in one area. And if you should have a problem, you can always just submit your claims right here. So we'll go back in and we'll see how we're doing. There we go. All right, so now that we have our image set uploaded, it automatically takes you to this title of work. Stayed the same as what I populated back in Capture One. Year of completion will be 2024, and you can select author created photographs. So you can photographs and 2D artwork. So if you have any graphics or anything like that, you can put that in there as well. And the system automatically populates my name, all of my contact and pertinent information. You can specify alternate contact info if somebody else needs permissions as well. And then alternate email or mailing address should you need to put that in as well. And I'll let Joe go through any or all of that. I've never had to use anything else down below here. So what we're going to do is you have three options. You can either delete if you mess something up and you want to re-download. So you can delete the registration. If you have more work you're going to enter later, you can save and come back to it, and it'll all save here in image rights. And then you can save and continue. So we're going to hit save and continue, and we're going to do, so since we're doing a grouping, we're going to do publish photographs because this is already left and gone to the client, and some of these images are already on my website. So we are going to hit published photographs. At that point, it brings up all 25 images. If you have any extra information, you can upload via here. The nice thing about image rights in this part, which I don't think it's in the U.S. Copyright Office's website, as far as doing an image prep for submission, you can go through and you can individually populate all of these images. You know, if it's a group image population and they're from different dates, different shoots, you can populate that time period in there, and then you can also select what country you're coming from. So we can go down all the way down to the United States, and we can populate that way. And then we can put in the time period. This is back in June. So we'll populate for July because I think I gave it to them in the middle somewhere. So we can do that. And we can also select approximate if we're not sure it's on or about this date. So that's nice. We can also go to batch, and it'll select all the images. Since all of these are from the same shoot, we can go through and we can scroll down to the United States, select that. We'll click approximate, and then we'll just populate with the same time of July 17th. And then we will copy country to all selected images, and then copy date to all selected images. And if there's an image that you want to remove, say it's something that you selected in Capture One that you didn't mean to select, you can go ahead and hit remove, and it's gone. So once we get all of that squared away, then we come down to the bottom and we click on Save Image Data. You can also, at that point, if you don't want the USO registration, you can back out of it at this point as well. So we're going to go ahead and save image data. And then we're going to go through a pre-submission verification. And we may now submit. So I certify that I am the author, copyright claimant, or owner of executive rights, or the authorized agent to these images to the best of my knowledge. And we'll hit submit. So then it gives you this just verification, title of work, project of year completion, my information, contact information, and then all the images with the appropriate information tied to them. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to return to the list of registrations, and then it should show up. Studio KLP Johnson College project, 25 images ready to go for Joe to take over.